When you lose a two-time captain and you lose one of the most dynamic players in the state in Juma Otoviano, this was the first time for us to actually act on what our senior motto was, which was adversity good, meaning we embrace when the adversity happens. It's an easy thing to talk about. It's certainly an admirable mindset to go into, but until adversity actually hits you, nobody knows exactly how it's going to end. And so for us, this was the first time to play without our two-time captain, without our leader offensively. Braden Willis made the switch from tight end to quarterback. Honestly, going into the football game, he probably knew less than a dozen plays on a short week of notice, and he just came out and put forth a stellar effort. And more importantly, all of those players around him picked up that slack.
Hey, there's not a lot of people here, so we gotta be self-motivated, bro. Everybody hype on your own teammates, bro. Hey, let's bounce back so we're not a one-man team. Let's go. Hey, we're in it together. Family on three. 1, 2, 3, family.
Everybody got it? Let's go. Hey, we're gonna call it on the field. We don't want to kick it to 9, but we're gonna call it on the field, all right? Hey, do your job. Everybody do your job at a high level. Speed on 3. 1, 2, 3. Speed.
It was different. Obviously, playing quarterback is much different from playing tight end, but being a tight end, you know, I have to know run plays and I have to know pass plays and, you know, pass protections and how runs work. So it was a little bit easier for me to come in and kind of control the offense because I already knew what was kind of going on. I wasn't really nervous because I knew the guys around me were all going to help me be a better me. So, you know, the running backs did their job. First of all, the offensive linemen, they got everything going. They did a great job throughout the time I was a quarterback.
Hey, let's keep it rolling, man. We got some momentum. Let's keep it, all right? Speed on 3. 1, 2, 3. Speed.
We're surging right now.
And, you know, the running backs were taking the pressure off me. And then when we did go to throw, Sorrell was making spectacular plays. So it really came down to the guys around me, you know. And that was the start of a momentum change that we just rode the rest of the season, you know.
When Braden stepped in, it was like there was no change at quarterback, in my opinion. He ran it efficiently. It looked like he was having fun with it, and the whole team was still thriving, and it didn't seem like there was anybody missing from the offense, which I loved, and it made me so proud because they didn't take anything for granted. They didn't get down on themselves, and they had fun.
I personally caught an interception and ran it down to like the 10-yard line or whatever. That was probably my best game I had this year. And Sorrell Brown had a great game. I believe it was his birthday. He had like 200 yards receiving that game.
Sam Houston was my birthday, so it was fun. They weren't as good of a team, but they held up with us throughout, and they were a pretty good team coming down to it. So we had to keep going, keep pushing. We didn't have to. We couldn't let up.
We can't be wrong if we're decisive. Can't be wrong if we're decisive. Call it, play it, we'll adjust. Do your job, win your one-on-ones, and let's return the favor right here. Let's go.
Trust each other, take care of each other, all right? 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Sam Houston, definitely a good school. Definitely had some pretty good players going there. Definitely went out there, same mindset as Bowie, because I remember from our sophomore year it being a really, really close game. And the loss to Mansfield actually really helped us push forward to knowing what we wanted to do offensively, defensively, and what we actually wanted to do for the rest of the season. And that helped us push through that game, getting that good lead against them and having the second string going there.
So we had to make all these adjustments during the next week of practice. We put Braden at quarterback, put our defensive lineman Dylan Wheeler, put him at tight end. It just switched up a lot, so it was just good to feel like we could still manage being confident going into other games, because we found out Braden Willis, he was just a dog. He can do anything. He can play quarterback, anything. So we got to passing the ball a lot more, and that opens us up for the next weeks after that, because now we're not just a running team, we can pass the ball too. So it really showed how versatile of a team we really were.
You know, we always want to go into every game with a mentality of practicing hard, studying film hard, because everybody goes out every day, everybody practices, everybody gets the same amount of time in the day to practice and watch film, but what you do extra is what's going to set you apart. So we had to look at it as the same opponent as playing Mansfield or any other school, and coming off our first loss of the season, I think that it was a very pivotal point in the leader stepping up and grabbing everybody by the shoulders and showing them that, just because we had lost our first game, that didn't mean that the season was over and that we needed to quickly get back to how we were performing before and finish out the season.
Another team to sharpen our axe, like coaches would tell us every week. We never took a team lightly, no matter who it was. Sam Houston, any team that we usually used to, maybe beating, we never took a team lightly because you never know what could happen. Texas high school football, highest level of competition. We had to take every game, every team serious and prepare at our best ability. That's what we did every week. Sam Houston, North Carolina, everybody. We just had to come out and play our hardest so we can get the district championship. And Sam Houston was a pretty competitive game. They made big plays. Plays that we should have prevented, and we made big plays as well. And it was overall a good game.
And that component right there, when we got seniors on our football team that reach out to younger guys and not just say, hey, I know I'm giving up some of my playing time right now for you to play, but oh, by the way, let me coach you up and share some knowledge that I have to help you get better. That right there is the team. I love it. And I'm proud of it. And I appreciate that very much, as is every person that lives on the southwest side of town. That's inspiringly unselfish. It is very, very uncommon in our great country today. Proud of it, man. How do we do it? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.